You guys, palm-colored people are finally agreeing, they're finally admitting the facts that they are jealous of black people. And you know what? We've said it before. Like, this is something that we've always known, but it just hits different hearing it from them from them themselves, like directly, right? This is literally what we've been saying out loud, what we've been saying for centuries. We've known this, right? Deep down, it is envy. Envy of our culture, our strength, our rhythm, our resilience. But credit goes to the original creators of the videos. Let's watch them and we'll be back.
So, interesting fact about slavery. During slavery, when white men were raping the black woman basically every day as often as they could, to purposely create biracial children and, mass produce slaves and whatnot, the white women started getting very upset at their husbands for constantly raping our women. So much to the point where they started shaving African American enslaved women's heads. They started shaving our hair because they thought it would make us look more masculine. Thus, they thought that their husbands wouldn't rape our women as much. I'm not understanding the logic, but yeah. That fact is so interesting to me because I feel like the reason the black community, a lot of black women in the black community today have alopecia is because of that. Is because of how often they were shaving black women's heads during slavery. But yeah, that fact is just so crazy to me because what the fuck did they think that I was finna do for real? And then on top of that, like, that was the best way you could intervene, like, the fuck, like, and then it gives jealous. You're jealous that women are getting raped. Ooh, the logic, it's just not fucking there. They're sick. They're all sick. But yeah, it'll never be just hair for us black women because look how y'all used our hair against us for centuries in so many different ways. Until this day, till 2025, it'll never be just fucking it cut out, but it'll never be just fucking hair. I can promise you that. So let's go ahead and scrap that fuck ass argument because it's not just hair and it never was. If it was, y'all would have bullied us out of it for centuries.
You saw how many white women voted for Trump, and you saw how many white women voted against Stacey Abrams. White women were never going to vote for Stacey Abrams. White women don't want a black woman over them upsetting the hierarchy of supremacy. But even more than that, white women are scared of black women. We fear them. And the reason we fear them is because we know that they are free. We know that they are strong. We know that they are much better than us when it comes to supporting each other and being authentic and being real and speaking their truth. And we don't like that because we know that we should be doing that, but we're not. This lady asks, this black lady, are white women really that scared of black women? And I'm going to say yes. And this is my opinion as a white woman who is 53 years old and has lived in the South in Georgia my entire life. But it's not being scared, but it's a fear. And it's not a physical fear. It is the mental fear. It is what we see in you and what we see you doing and how it challenges us and the fear of that. So we see black women and we see how strong you are. We see you coming together as a community. We see you supporting each other. We see you supporting your community, supporting your families, supporting your children, going out and fighting for your rights, being authentic in your race and in your femininity. Anyway. And we're jealous. I think we're jealous because we would love to be that, I think, and we don't know how to break out of the indoctrination that we have been suppressed by our entire lives. And I'm not giving white women a pass, don't get me wrong, but I know I, and most women, white women have been told our entire lives, be quiet, know your place, be a good girl, don't rock the boat, don't be too much. And when you are any of those things, you are ostracized because you have rocked their boat. And that is what Black women are. You rock our boat, our mental boat, because you challenge us to look at how we are deficient and not living in our truth, and it makes us uncomfortable. And people don't like to be uncomfortable. And it makes us start to question ourselves, and people don't like to question themselves. We would rather live in our little bubble of white supremacy and what we know and comfortableness. I know it's not a word. Than a lot of people would, white women would, rather than challenge themselves to grow and know more, because it's easy. Doing the work is hard. It's really hard. I've been doing the work the past several years, and it's hard. It is hard admitting some truths about yourself and some truths about yourself as a white woman. So yeah, I think that white women are scared of Black women because you challenge us in that way, and a lot of us don't like it. And that's why we fear you. It's because we fear what you make us face.
Pose the question, why do white people hate Black people so much? I have been in situations where I've been surrounded by nothing but white people. And this conversation has come up. The race conversation has come up. And no one ever has an actual reason as to why they hate Black people. There's always these, oh, Black on Black crime. Oh, they're lazy. Oh, they're this. But it's not actually, there's no legitimacy behind their reasoning. It's just shit that they've heard and they're regurgitating. And so, long story short, it really comes down to there is no reason. It's a deep-seated jealousy, a deep-seated hate that, Black people exude greatness. Black people are the great inventors. Black people are the beginning of the human race, the Eve gene. And white people have worked so hard to erase the history and erase the greatness of the Black race. Down to even when things are invented, the majority of things that are invented were invented by a Black person. But yet the white race has actually erased the original inventor from history and have put their names on things that they had no business putting their names on.
Oh, I do think that white people are absolutely jealous of Black people, specifically with the community, and also with like fashion and music and everything else that is appropriated. But by design of what whiteness is, it inherently lacks community, and I think we're absolutely jealous of that. And I've heard biracial people say that they do see that difference in their own families, because in addition to European cultures being more individualistic than cultures from Africa, South America, and indigenous North American cultures, the invention of whiteness in America erased a lot of ties to actual culture. So when I say like white people, Black community, I'm not talking about like Polish people or German people or Irish people. As I explain in my book, I just wrote the intro and I'm working on the conclusion today. You'll keep me in your prayers. In the course of human history, white is a relatively new term. As we discussed in the introduction to this book, white is a North American term emerging from the 1600s as a term to justify the enslavement of Africans and squelch revolts from poor Europeans and indentured servants. Before this term, Europeans would identify with their nationalities. The Irish, Italians, Germans, French are all very different cultures. Thus, there is not the same communal tie to whiteness as there is for people from other communities. Further, since white was created to be a divider, a separator, it is not a happy identity. It is not something people want to admit they relate to. It doesn't have a rich, healthy history. Speaking as a white American who has conducted national level research on white Americans, we tend to say things like we have German, Irish, Italian, etc. ancestry, even if we have never been to those places. This is because all white Americans have ties to immigration, and because these identities are actual cultures, they do not have roots only in oppression. Now, we know who started colonization, right? So this is the book I'm trying to finish by Monday and send to the editor. There's a free chapter in my bio if you're interested on one of the unwritten rules of work. The book is predominantly about class, but I talk about 3 other identities that you can't talk about class without talking about these other identities, and race is absolutely one of them.
5 things most white people think about when they see a black person. Number 1, that they are inferior. Number 2, that you're lazy. Number 3, that you're ignorant. Number 4, that you are illiterate. Number 5, that you have criminal activity and belong to a lower social economic status. But my saying is this: do not be judged by the color of your skin, but by the content of your character.
Y'all be getting tired of me talking about stuff like this, and y'all be thinking like I'm OD and I'm just dragging it, but I promise y'all I'm not. The story time I'm finna give y'all is literally the reason why I be saying stuff I be saying. If the shoe fits, then wear Cinderella. If not, keep scrolling. Don't be coming to my comments talking about some, well, not all, babes. Yeah, majority, but not all. Y'all be thinking I'm lying when I say that a lot of white women, literally, they do not like seeing a black woman do better than them. They do not like seeing a black woman who is prettier than them. They don't like seeing a black woman that overpasses them. As long as you're not doing better than them, then they're good. I'm friends, she's black, with a girl who runs track, and I was spending some time with her, like, you know, talking with her. I talked to her in a minute. I'm sitting on the couch or whatever, I'm on the phone, and I'm talking to her, and she's telling me about this teammate who's also her roommate. She's white. She started telling me about the passive and microaggressive behavior that her teammate would show her during practice and in her dorm room. And I'm like, okay, what do you mean? Explain. She told me about a situation where, like, every day at practice, she beats her. Her times are always faster than hers. Like, you know, she overpasses her in everything she does. She said she would look at her white teammate whenever they would get done running and ask her if she's good, if she's okay, because she'd be huffing and puffing and breathing hard like she ain't, you know, took a breath in hours. And she said the white girl would just like side eye her, give her a dirty look, or just won't say nothing. Then she said it was this one time when they were in practice and they were doing time trials and they were running and whatnot, and she ended up beating her. My friend, the black girl, she's not the fastest on her team. There's maybe like a few people that's faster than her by a little bit, but she's like top 3, top 5. And the people that's faster than her maybe by like a little bit are not black, but still. There was one day in practice they were doing the time trials, and after everybody got done running, her roommate, the white girl, starts crying, and people start surrounding her, asking her what's wrong, and her teammate looks at her, not the other girls that's faster than her. She looks at my friend, the black girl, and goes, she can't be better than me. She can't be better. She can't be faster than me. Like, white women do not like seeing black women surpass them. Like, I kid y'all, I'm not making this up. I looked at my fan, because we over the phone. I'm looking at my friend, I'm like, she said that out loud, or did she say that to you, or did you just hear it around the grapevine? She said no, she said that out loud. That's what she told the people that was checking on her, that was asking about her. She was like, she said it out loud. She said she cannot be better than me. She cannot be faster than me. Mind you, my friend, the black girl, is not the fastest on the team. She's top 5, but she is not the top fastest. Top fastest are not even black. But it's like she picked my friend out and was like, oh, she can't be better than me. She can't be faster than me. Do y'all see what I'm like? Do y'all see what I'm talking about though? Like, do y'all see what I mean? It's like I was having a conversation with my best friend like a week ago, and we got a kind of like a mini argument about this, because he was trying to say, well, Shay, not all white people are bad, not all white girls are bad. And I said, I'm not saying every white person is bad. You got to read the fruits of their spirits first. I was explaining to him, bro, a lot of these white people will smile and kiki in your face, because I think I've seen videos and I've met her teammate before. She's really sweet, super nice. But I was like, a lot of these white women will smile and kiki and ha-ha in your face. A lot of these white people will smile and kiki and ha-ha in your face. But when you're not around, you're having conversations with their families about how they feel about black people, how they feel about people of color. Low-key, they be hiding, you know, envy in their heart. They be in these one-sided competitions with you. My friend was literally telling me that there's times where she would do things and say things and try to pick fights with her, and you could tell that she's doing it just to get a reaction out of her. That's what I'm not saying all white people are bad. I'm not saying all white women are bad. I am not. You know, I can read the fruits of the spirit of someone, and I can tell if they're like, you know, a genuine person or not. A lot of y'all, when you're dealing with white people, especially as a black woman, when you're dealing with white women, this is a tick for tack game. And I promise you I win every time. This is a tick for tack game with them. You gotta have strategy when dealing with them. I told my friend, I said, you need to make sure you're praying over yourself. I said, you need to make sure you keep yourself prayed over, watch your back and whatnot, because to be around someone like that is dangerous. So it's very obvious that she's envious of you. It's very obvious that she's in this one-sided beef with you. And I said, anything that she can do to trip you up, get you in trouble, do anything to screw you up, she's going to do it. And then play victim and act like she ain't do nothing. I said, you need to be careful. This is what I be talking about. Like, I know y'all be thinking, oh, Shay's dramatic, Shay's just so super pro-black. No, like, these are real life situations that people are going through. It's a dangerous position to be in. Like, I don't.
They finally said it all that hate, all of that hostility, it's really all just jealousy. And they can't understand how we shine through pain, how we keep creating, how we stay joyful, even when the world is against us. And that's why they stare. That's why they mock. That's why they copy, because they can't replicate soul. But still, I'll say this, right? The fact that they can finally say it out loud means maybe, just maybe, a few of them are starting to understand. Credit goes to the original creators of the clips featured in this video. This is for educational and commentary purposes only, not to promote hate, just awareness. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share this video if you want. Let me know if you agree or if you don't. And as usual, I'll see you on my next one.